The birth of a legend. There are names that history remembers. And then there are names that history can never forget. Alexander the Great belongs to the second. By the age of 32, he had conquered one of the largest empires the ancient world had ever known. Yet his greatest battle wasn't against an army. It was against the limits of what people believed was possible. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Pella, the capital of the Kingdom of Macedon. His father, King Philip II, transformed Macedon into the strongest military power in Greece. His mother, Olympias, filled his childhood with stories of heroes and destiny. She believed her son was chosen by the gods for greatness. From an early age, Alexander showed unusual intelligence and fierce determination. He refused to accept failure, even as a child. When Alexander turned 13, his father chose the greatest teacher in Greece. That teacher was Aristotle. Aristotle taught him philosophy, science, medicine, literature, and geography. More importantly, he taught him how to think. But one event would reveal Alexander's extraordinary mind long before he became king. It involved a horse no one could control. The horse's name was Bucephalus. Every experienced rider who approached him was thrown to the ground. Alexander watched quietly while everyone else focused on the horse's strength. He noticed something no one else did. The horse was terrified of its own shadow. Instead of fighting it, Alexander simply turned the horse toward the sun. Moments later, he climbed onto its back. The wild horse obeyed. King Philip embraced his son with pride. According to legend, he declared, "My son, seek a kingdom worthy of yourself. Macedon is too small for you." No one in that crowd could have imagined those words would soon become reality. The young prince was destined to change the world forever. The young king. In 336 BC, everything changed in a single moment. King Philip II was assassinated during a royal celebration, leaving the 20-year-old Alexander to inherit the throne. Many believed Alexander was too young to rule. His enemies expected the kingdom to collapse within weeks. The neighboring kingdoms sensed weakness. Several cities immediately rebelled against Macedonian rule. Alexander moved with astonishing speed. Instead of waiting for his enemies to attack, he marched directly toward them. One by one, the rebellions were crushed. The young king proved he possessed the same military genius as his father. The greatest challenge came from the city of Thebes. Believing Alexander had died, the city declared its independence. Alexander arrived before the people of Thebes even realized how close he was. His army surrounded the city in a matter of days. After fierce fighting, Thebes fell. Its destruction sent a powerful message throughout Greece. No other Greek city dared to rebel. Alexander had secured his kingdom. But Alexander had no intention of remaining only the king of Macedon. His ambitions stretched far beyond Greece. To the east stood the greatest empire on earth. The Persian Empire controlled millions of people across 3 continents. Most believed Persia could never be defeated. Its armies were larger, richer, and more experienced than any force Alexander could command. Alexander wasn't discouraged. He believed victory belonged not to the largest army, but to the best leader. In the spring of 334 BC, Alexander crossed the Hellespont into Asia. The conquest that would change history had officially begun. The Empire strikes back. Alexander had crossed into Asia. Now, there was no turning back. Waiting for him was the mighty Persian Empire. Its king, Darius III, ruled the largest empire on earth. The Persians believed this young king would be easy to defeat. Instead, they were about to face one of history's greatest military minds. The first great battle took place at the Granicus River. The Persians waited on the opposite bank, expecting the river to stop Alexander's advance. Most commanders would have waited. Alexander charged immediately. The fighting was fierce. Spears shattered, swords clashed, and soldiers struggled in the fast-moving water. At one terrifying moment, Alexander was nearly killed. A Persian nobleman raised his sword to strike him from behind. Before the blow landed, one of Alexander's loyal companions struck the attacker down. The young king survived by only seconds. The Macedonians won a stunning victory. The road into Asia Minor was now open. City after city surrendered. Many welcomed Alexander as a liberator instead of an invader. But King Darius refused to accept defeat. He gathered an even larger army. The two kings finally met near a place called Issus. History was about to witness one of its greatest battles. Although greatly outnumbered, Alexander remained calm. He searched for the weakest point in the Persian line. Then came the order. The Macedonian cavalry thundered forward. Alexander aimed straight for King Darius himself. It was a bold and incredibly dangerous strategy. As Alexander drew closer, panic spread through the Persian ranks. King Darius turned his chariot and fled. Without their king, the Persian army collapsed. Alexander had defeated the most powerful empire in the world again. The young conqueror had become a legend, but his greatest victory was still waiting for him. In the spring of 334 BC, Alexander crossed the Hellespont into Asia. The conquest that would change history had officially begun.